Hey everybody. So, with the recent announcement of the new Teflon coated Vulp, I thought that now would be a great time to look at the Vulp as it stands in the current balisong market. Because obviously when the Vulp came out, it was a big hit. It was the best balisong in that price range. It really opened up a whole new market there. And, well, I wanted to see, does it still stack up? Just kind of talk about that. And in order to do that, I thought we should look at the Vulp's main competitors. So, Vulp is around 65 USD. And we can look at, if we go about $15 less, we can get Squiddy B. This is a Squiddy C, but it flips the same. Discontinued. Yeah, you could get a Squiddy for $15 less. You could get a Canyon for $15 less. Or for $15 more, you could get something like a Mako or a Triton. So, where does the Vulp fit into all of this? Because I think that's the best way to look at the Vulp today. Acknowledge that, when this came out, it was kind of creating a whole new market, but today companies are releasing more and more products in this price range, which is ultimately a good thing. So, the Vulp, if we're looking at the Vulp without zippy inserts, because I have zippy inserts in mine, so the stock Vulp, it flips good. It is not the greatest flipper out there, no one's trying to tell you that it is, but it can do any trick that you throw at it for the most part. No matter what I'm trying to do, it's going to do it. And there, of course, the main issues that the Vulp has with flipping is chaplains. People, can't do them too fast or it flies away. So you gotta do bigger circles, kind of take it slower. And the other issue is the grip. Now, the grip on the faces is quite good because of these like chevron cutouts. This adds really good grip, but on the sides, this polished aluminum has zero grip. It's like negative grip. If this was raw metal, it would have more grip than the bead blasted texture they put on it. Now, of course, it depends on the weather. If it's kind of humid outside, then you're not going to notice it as much. But if it's dry and your hands are dry, good luck. Like I've been trying to do a shortstop, but when I go here, my hands are just slipping down. And that does make it much harder to flip. Now, of course, some of these issues can be fixed. If you get zippy inserts, I think they're like between 10 to 20 bucks with shipping and all. So if you do that, now you've got a balisong that will flip good. You can now chaplain much better. And you can kind of adjust it to your balance preferences. So now we're up at kind of this price point of like where the Mako or the Triton are at. Well, how does it compare to a Mako or a Triton? In terms of flipping, I think that I can't speak for the Triton, I've never had one, but the Mako is probably it's going to be a little more handle biased, I would say, but it's going to offer probably this is closer to an average balisong experience than the Vulp might be, potentially. But honestly, I would say the Vulp is better. Because with the Vulp, I'm not just looking at, okay, well, how does it flip? The Vulp comes with so much stuff, and the baseline Vulp costs less than a Mako. So I think it is better than a Mako. Well, you know, if we go a little cheaper, look at the Squiddy. I think you guys already know the Squiddies are not really, these are not serious flippers. These are, you know, these are good public flippers, flippers you can take anywhere without anyone giving you weird looks and such. But they're not competitive flippers. So yeah, the Vulp flips better than Squiddy. It's a better deal. Now, what I really want to talk about is the Vulp versus the Canyon. Because now, the Canyon costs less. It is full stainless steel. You can get a trainer or a false live blade. Which means it looks like a live blade, but it's not sharp. In this comparison, I think it's more interesting. Because between these two, which one flips better? The Canyon. I think that the Canyon is a better flipper than the Vulp. It's more consistent. It has better grip. I think it sounds nicer. It's got a nice ring to it. It's heavier. It's got a more substantial flipping experience, if that's something that you're into. But the problem with the Canyon is the flipping experience that it offers is completely unique. Which is great if you're looking to add something to your collection and you want something unique. But if you're looking for something that's going to give you a standard flipping experience for a beginner, then the Canyon is not that. And, you know, I was watching a Camaro EE video and he mentioned this, but I think it's important that the things we recommend to beginners are actually a good representation of the hobby. Now, the Vulp is a much better representation of how most balisongs flip, because it is the standard aluminum handles steel blade that most beginners are going to be interacting with. And I think that is a significant thing to consider. And the biggest thing to me that kind of elevates the Vulp is the fact that it comes in its box. It comes with Loctite, pivot, or it comes with Loctite, comes with lube, it comes with a Torx bit, which is also a pivot needle. It comes with complete spare hardware. Like, the Vulp offers a little mini starter maintenance kit just out of the box. And that's great for beginners, because if something goes wrong with their Vulp or they have a bad tune, they have the tools to fix it. One of my friends recently purchased a balisong, and he was having some issues. He was trying to take the latch off and some various other things. He was trying to tune it, and he was having issues because it didn't come with the only screwdriver it came with was one of those little Allen wrenches, and they're terrible, so it broke. So now he hasn't been able to flip because he doesn't have a screwdriver. Like, if he just had a screwdriver, he'd be fine. And so the fact that the Vulp does come with that, I think, is actually a bigger deal than most people give it credit for. Which is why I think that the Vulp in 2024 is still the best beginner balisong. So if you're a beginner looking for your first balisong, I'd say get a Vulp. Now, what if you're not a beginner and it's not your first balisong? Well, now if you're looking for something to upgrade to, I still think a Vulp could be a good choice if that's going to be an upgrade for you. I would also say you could look at something like a Mako or a Canyon if you're looking to upgrade. But let's say you're not upgrading. You know, let's say your collection is, you got some nicer balisongs, Nautilus or Volt Pro, you know, you got some nicer things. So you're just looking to get another balisong to add some variety to your collection. Well, I don't think that the Vulp is a great pick for that. I mean, if you really love the design, or you really like Will Hirsch, and you want it, go for it. It's not a bad purchase at all. But I think if you want something unique to add to your collection, the Canyon at the price range is probably the best thing. It's a really unique flipping experience. And I don't think you could go wrong picking one of these up for the money. Now, of course, there is the new Nabalis extrusion, which I'd be very interested in trying, but you know how I am right now with balisong money, so that's probably not going to happen. But I'd say the Vulp in 2024 as a first balisong, still the best option. But if you're looking to get another balisong in this price range and you already have a balisong, I don't think the Vulp stacks up. I think there's other better options like the Canyon from Nabalis. And that was kind of what I wanted to talk about today, just kind of see, in my opinion, where does Mr. Fox balisong stand up in the current market. And I am really happy to say that it does still hold up, and I'm excited to see what they're doing with the Teflon coated one, because it's supposed to fix the grip, and I feel like if this balisong had better grip, then it would be a phenomenal balisong at that price point. So I'm interested to see how much it costs and see what people's general thoughts on it are in the future. But yeah, for now, that is the Vulp in 2024. Hope you've all had a wonderful day. And until next time, hope that you all keep flipping.